Hallo allerseits, herzlich willkommen zurück zu Community Incorporated. Wir wollten uns das zweite Tutorial ansehen. Food and Building. Loading. Also es sieht schon, also es sieht nicht vom Aussehen her, aber vom Gameplay her Siedler ähnlich, würde ich sagen. Nicht so auf klein und knuffig, sondern es hat einen eigenen, aber wie ich finde, schönen Grafikstil. Vor allem bei mir muss ja immer die Lichtstimmung gut passen und das sieht, finde ich, nett aus. So, hey there, today we will learn how to produce some food and buildings. All workers will need 2 meals each day. 2 Mahlzeiten. Ich brauche mehr. But it is you who will choose which types of food you craft. First lesson is they will always eat the best food first. And the best food will always have the best happiness bonus. Ich hebe mir das Beste immer für den Schluss auf. Each time they eat, they receive points in happiness which will help to keep them happy. If they don't have food, they will lose happiness points at the midday and during evening they will look for food. Also for this tutorial we will already start with a farmer, since I suppose you learned how to change professions in your last tutorial, right? Jawohl. If not, go back to the part 1 and do it again. Nein, das wissen wir noch. In any case, it is simple and you will handle it, don't worry. Oh, cookers can also do the same actions as farmers but not work on animal corrals. Cookers are an upgrade from farmers. There are a few ways to get a raw food to craft meals, plantations, hunting and animal corrals. Let's check about plantations first. This is the easiest one because you always start with a few types of food to plant, like cabbage, and at the beginning of a new community. You will need one type of the food you want to plant to start a new plantation. And each plantation has 3 phases which your workers will need to work on to make it grow. At the 3rd phase, the plantation will be ready to harvest and you will need to select it to harvest. It's the same you did with the tree in the last tutorial. Okay, das heißt, wir müssen es dann wieder markieren und dann ernten sie es ab. So, select the plantation button, das ist dieser hier. Let's select a cabbage to plant. But first remember this, each new cabbage plantation needs 1 cabbage storage. So every time you want to plant something, the same happens for cotton, remember that you need one for that same food type. And please build different plantations, so you can craft different types of meals and food too. Okay, das ist mal Kohl, glaube ich, oder? Now that we have a new plantation, your farmers will start working there to help it to grow. As I said, each plantation has 3 phases. In the 3rd one you will be able to harvest. For this tutorial we already have 1 plantation ready to harvest. As you can see near your card, a corn plantation are here. Harvest works the same as selecting trees and rocks to mine. Your farmers will know that you select a few plantations to harvest and will go there as soon as they can. Harvesting has a higher priority over other actions for farmers. No, okay, let's try to harvest a corn plantation. So, hier oben drauf und hier drauf, das soll es gewesen sein. Great, your farmers will now harvest the plantation and each plantation has 4 units of that same food type, which will fall on the ground and idle workers will go there to get it and send to storage. Sehen? Let's learn about animal corrals. Der braucht noch. Jetzt, da fällt schon was am Boden. You can have animals inside these corrals which will provide you plenty of food. The bad news is that they take longer to grow. Each animal corral also has 3 phases which your farmers will have to go there to take care of the animals. When they get to an adult stage you will be able to harvest them for meat, also schlachten. Cows and pigs give you the same meat type, but first, before building one, we need to pay for research. Research is where you can pay to have more options for your community, like crafting different items, being able to build corrals and much more. Let's check that first before going back to the animal corrals. Select the research button. When you start your new community, you can move over the options and you will see what each research can offer. The cost for it. And the cost for it. For now, let's just buy the animal breed research which will enable us to build animal corrals. I will give you an advantage of surplus. Das ist animal breed. Okay. Now we can build animal corrals. Before that, let's learn about building. Buildings work differently than objects that you build on ground, like the worker workbench that we saw in the first tutorial. Buildings require different materials that your worker will have to bring to the place you select to build. And even if you don't have enough resources right now, you can still put the building on ground. Your workers will get the right resource when they find on storage. So for example, an animal corral for cows will require a few stone bricks, wood plates and fiber planks. You can select and put it on the ground, and your builders will get these resources when they find it inside the storage. So, Buildingslist. Bitteschön. Und einmal Animal Corrals. Wo bauen wir es hin? Ja, hier. Und wie kann ich das drehen auch? Nein. Oh, sieht nicht so aus. Also, ich habe es noch nicht gefunden. Good, now you can see which materials and items this building needs. Your workers, not only builders, will get the required items when they are idle and bring to the nearest building waiting for items. Hier. Zwei schon. Your builders will make... hier kommt der dritte. Your builders will make this as priority for them. If you don't have these items, don't worry. Just go forage and craft. The building will just be there waiting for you. Luckily we already have all the items for you to build, so let's just wait for them to build. Aha, die 4 Steine hat er schon, haben sie schon gebracht. Jetzt kommen die Holzlatten. 2 von 15. Und dann noch 10 Getreide. Kann ich das anklicken? Nein. Zumindest jetzt noch nicht, vielleicht später. Was haben wir? Ach, ich kann momentan gar nichts machen, außer zusehen. Da hätte ich auch eine dringende Nachricht wahrscheinlich. Kann nicht draufklicken. Ach, so, ich soll 3 drücken, damit es etwas schneller geht. Was liegt hier? Achso, das ist mein Salat. Oder Kohl oder was auch immer. Ein Riesentor baut er hier. So, jetzt ist alles in Rohstoffen da. Jetzt bauen sie und schlägt Funken ohne Ende. Das sieht noch etwas komisch aus. Awesome! Now your farmers will be able to work on there just like the plantations. Each animal corral will support a number of animals. Remember, it also has 3 phases just like plantations. For cows, you can have 3. For pigs, you can have 4, and chickens 6. So if you have this number in your corrals, the corral will not be able to handle more animals. Das sieht cool aus. So either you can harvest them or build another one. That's it. You now know how to make plantations and animal corrals, which are your primary food resource. You can also set a link to be a hunter. Hunters will pursue the nearest rabbit they find and will hunt. Gibt's nur Rabbits als Essensquelle? After the hit with an arrow, they will harvest for the meat, so it can be a quick way to have meat. The problem is usually these rabbits are far away from your community center, so it can take some time for someone to get there and get the meat, to go there and get the meat. As for the hunter, we will let this for you to find out on your own when you are playing. So, wir haben noch, denke ich, ein bisschen Zeit fürs dritte Tutorial. Diplomacy and Combat. Gibt's womöglich andere Stämme oder andere Civilizations? Mal sehen. Aber es sieht schon nett aus. Ich freue mich schon, wenn ich volle Kontrolle über das Spiel habe. und mich mal ordentlich orientieren kann, was welche Knöpfe bringen, oder mal nachsehen kann, welche Eigenschaften meine ganzen Builders, Workers haben. So, das ist auch nett. Zwischen 12 und 3 am Nachmittag suchen sie Essen. Hey friend, welcome again. Let's learn how to solve problems like fire and enemies with combat. We hope after this tutorial you will be able to have your own community up and running. Sit tight and prepare for some action. Oh, remember, we are using a very slow time, so we have time to explain about the game for you. Our company, Community Incorporated, is not the only one who is trying to dominate all portals from the Flying Islands. We have other creatures and races. Besides you, there are more 8 creatures that you will find. Blue Fox, Mush Face, Magic Oak, Dark Panther, Stone Golem, Sharp Eagle, Dragonite and Orcon. They can be friendly or not, it will depend on your actions. You will be able to make business with all of them, but you must have eyes open when you accept a contract or make a trade. To give you an example, if you make business with the Stone Golems, the Magic Oaks will not be pleased, because they hate each other, so your relation with them will drop. Okay, also ich kann mich nicht mit allen gut stellen. You have a unique relation with every creature. If it reaches a low value, they may start a war with you. And war means that they will attack you from times to times and will become harder with time. In time you will learn that each creature likes to trade different types of items. You will never see the Stone Golems wanting stone, for example. So if you play your cards well, you will be able to make surplus and try to keep them off your shoe. Good relations mean more trade, and their creatures will go more often to your community wanting for trade. For this you must have some shops built and traders to be able to talk with them. Inside shops you can decide which items you want to sell. This is another way of making surplus or currency, besides doing contracts only. Okay, let's first sign a new trade agreement with the Mush Face, so they will come more to your community wanting to trade. So, das ist das Diplomatie-Window. As you can see, this is a list of all creatures. Ist das ein Mush Face? You can make contact with, and also you can see the status with each of them. Currently, we're not in war nor peace with anyone. The good news is that they are all neutral. The Mush Face have more than 60% of relation with us. Das ist ein Mush Face vielleicht. So ein Pilzkopf. This will help us to make a new trade agreement which will make them come more to our village. Let's do this. Ja, das sind sie. Dann quatschen wir mal. There are a few options for you with each creature. Remember that all options have consequences even if you keep trying. I think they like us enough to start a new trade agreement, so let's do that. Okay, trade agreement, peace treaty, declare wars and gift cancel. Nice, looks like they accepted. With this, you will see, not in this tutorial, more and more creatures coming wanting to trade with you. But for this we also need a shop. We don't have any right now. Let's build one. Do you remember how to build things? Hier und der Shop ist hier. Wo gehen wir hin? Hier. Let's wait for our builders to build a shop. We already have the items for you, so they will get from the storage. Da wackelt der her. Kann ich nicht anklicken? Okay, ich kann gar nichts anklicken momentan. Tutorial halt. Aber das ist gleich fertig, der Shop. So. Los geht's. Da kommt schon einer. Die sehen cool aus. Überhaupt nett zum Zusehen. So, okay, we have our first shop where you can put items to sell. Just click on the shop and the menu will open similar to the crafting window. From time to time, creatures that are neutral, in peace or have a trade agreement with you will come. Only creatures that are in war will not come at all. Trade agreements make them come more often. Another point is they will pay the items according to your workers' trader level. So the better the trader, the better the deal. You will not get the full value in the beginning, trust me. Ich meine, es kann sein, dass, also ich bin sicher nicht der Fitteste in Englisch, aber ich denke, das ist nicht alles korrekt hier. We already have a trader, so he will go to the shop and stay there, waiting for a potential client. Creatures not always may buy something, they can change their mind or just not find the item they want. At this moment you don't have any items inside your shop. We will skip this for now because it is very simple. Just click on your shop and choose the items. We need to check something very important. Fire. Oh yeah. Yes, your objects and furnishings can be set on fire. Na toll. To protect yourself you need a well. Luckily we have one inside our storage, but we need to build it. Let's do this. Well. Also einen Brunnen haben sie hier drinnen irgendwo. Okay. Dann packen wir ihn mal aus. Gleich neben den Shop. Let's wait for the well. Hier kommt er schon. Great. Now we have a well and builders can use it to extinguish fire. Only builders can do this. So be sure to have always a builder in your village. As we saw in the first tutorial, they are also the only ones that can build objects on ground and construct buildings. We must have minions roaming around. They like... wo? Fire started? Hier drüben. Oder wie? Ja, hier. Oh. Also, we must have minions roaming around, die alles anzünden und Items stehlen. Let's wait for our builders to extinguish the fire. Oh. Da kommt schon. Quatschen die? Ihr sollt ein Feuer löschen. Zack, zack. Das interessiert jetzt keinen, was ihr alles gegessen habt oder mit wem ihr gesprochen habt, aber Feuer gibt's zum Löschen. Das reicht nicht, aber nett wie sie laufen. Jetzt. Good, we don't have problems with the fire anymore, but still we are not safe. I think there will be minions around soon. We already have a warrior. Let's learn how to defend your community. For now I will let you have full control on your links. You will have to select the warrior and kill the minion that is coming to the village. Warriors are the only ones that you can send commands, like move to position. So select your warrior. Wo ist er? Ich würde das total gerne so schnappen und rüber scrollen. Oh. Das ist... Okay, das ist die normale Geschwindigkeit. Ist das der Warrior? Sieht so aus. Ja. And right click in anywhere on your map to make him go here. To attack someone, right click on target. Ich muss jetzt einen Minion finden. If you don't find your warrior, there's a button that will track all warriors in the village. See it in orange. Hier. Okay. Warriors located. If you don't find your warrior, ja, das haben wir schon gesehen. Yeah, if your warrior dies, you will have to start over. Oh. If you attack someone else. Ja, und was muss ich jetzt, wo muss ich den jetzt killen? Was ist jetzt der Bösewicht? Ich sehe nämlich keinen. Sind alle so nett. Das ist der Minion. Den kann ich gar nicht killen. Schade. Irgendwie Alarm ist an. Wo ist Alarm? Wo ist Alarm? Wo? Was? Wer ist der Böse? Ist das ein Böser? Bist du böse? Ich kill dich einfach mal. Mal sehen. Ups. Ja, der stirbt mir weg. Ups, looks like you did the wrong thing. Ja, sieht so aus. Do not attack the other creatures right now, only the Magic Minion. The Magic Minion. So, hier ist er. Das war er. So. Neu gestartet und das war er jetzt. Great, we don't have any threats anymore. See that your community is in alert and everyone is in the center of the village. Workers don't fight. Never, only warriors. Guards, archers and knights. Every time there's a combat going on, the alarm will trigger. You need to manually trigger it off so everyone can go back to their work. Let's do this. Click on the alarm button ja, dass es weitergeht. Good, everyone is back to work and your community is now safe. There's just another thing we'll need to learn. Contracts. With contracts you will be able to make fast surplus our currency. I think we may get one really soon and you can either accept it or refuse it. Sometimes it's better to refuse, believe me, okay? But for us to learn, let's accept it when we receive one. See, this is a request from the Magic Oaks, a contract. They need 20 wood plates, which we already have in our storage. Yay! You will receive it from all creatures from time to time. Let's accept it. Okay, sie wollen viele Häuser bauen. You accepted the contract, but you did not complete it yet. Even if you already have the required items, you can check all active contracts. In a window in there, you will be able to finish the contract if you have the available resources or achieved the requirements. For our first contract, I believe we have everything that we need, so let's open the contract list and set it done. The contract list ist hier drüben. Magic Oak. As you can see, we have all the items. Achso, das ist ein Timer to complete. In grün heißt wir haben's, so wie es aussieht. So let's do this. After completing the contract, we will receive the reward. Und zwar 50 Surplus und 5 plus 5 Relation. Great, we honored our contract, received some surplus and we are all set with the Magic Oaks. Oh, the stone golems will not be happy with this. Remember that some creatures have troubles between themselves. It will be impossible to please everyone every time. And that's it. There's more for you to learn during your work on Community Incorporated, but now we will ask you to start your own community and try yourself. And remember, if everything goes wrong, just sell it for the best price you can get. Good luck, Manager. So, das war's soweit mit dem Tutorial von Community Incorporated. Lasst mich vielleicht wissen, ob ich weiterspielen soll. Auf jeden Fall für heute war's das. Vielen Dank fürs Zusehen. Bis zum nächsten Mal. Ciao, ciao.